So baby Daniel is quickly becoming a climber. Even when we're just playing on the mat and I'm lying down, he just finds a way to just crawl up on me and try and stand up. So we know that our house is not baby proof right now. So in the next coming days, we're gonna try and baby proof everything. This is gonna be a big problem for us because we have a lot of stuff and none of this stuff is ready for babies. This small table really epitomizes some of the problem because we bought it for its style. We bought it as a utility item to go with our couch, but even these little bars, he started crawling up them and standing up, but he doesn't have the strength or the balance to stay up. And so moments within crawling up, he started to fall down. And so this is just totally not acceptable. And as you look around the room, there is a lot of these similar problems. Take, for example, our entertainment center. He's already figured out how to pull out all of the board games from the bottom, as well as everything from the bottom left set of shelves over here and the bottom right set of shelves. Luckily the weights are too much for him right now, but these games and these Xboxes are going to become a problem. As you know, we love electronics in our household. That's actually why we installed both of these, right? You've got USB-C power delivery, you've got a USB port, we've got a IoT smart adapter that we put here. We use this outlet every day for charging whoever's phone's coming in, whatever we need to do, whether it's kitchen supplies, etc. But as Daniel drives his little car that he walks in past here, he always wants to grab these cables. And so none of this is going to be acceptable anymore. And we don't really have a good solution what to do about cables, right? We are a technology home. Everything in our house is IoT. Everything in our house has both a Wi-Fi connection and a plug. Now, I'm not really worried about him getting like electrical shock. I think all of the outlets are pretty safe, right? They're all GFCI protected. It's a relatively new home. But I am still worried about things like strangulation, tripping hazard, and just like hurting any of our electronics. Obviously, if he yanks an Xbox off a shelf, that's a really big problem. So our plan consists of several parts. The first thing we're doing is we're buying these little magnetic locks for all of the drawers and cabinets in our house because he started to get curious and he's starting to pull them open. And obviously there's many things he shouldn't be touching there. And we're also worried about his like little fingers, right? Because he knows how to open it, but then it starts closing and we're worried about him scrunching his fingers in there. When it comes to the entertainment center and the bookshelves, the general plan is just that everything has to go up or be baby safe. We're gonna take these toys that he's got currently in his little basket and start filling them into these shelves. Something I never even imagined would be a problem is that he started pulling these off of the doors. And there's that little white cover that he could eat or swallow accidentally. We have a plethora of other devices in our house, everything from the toilet seats to even his swing that are going to become a problem really quickly because, for example, this swing was perfect for him when he was little. It's perfect. He still likes to fall asleep on it sometimes. But now that he's trying to like crawl into it, he's definitely going to fall down and hurt himself. Maybe we're being too overprotective as parents, but we don't really know what he's going to get into and what is just going to be part of learning. For example, Stephanie and I are having a lot of discussions right now about corners and edges and things like that. My theory is that kids will kind of just learn over time not to bang their heads on corners, but at the same time I want to make sure that he's not hurting himself catastrophically or in a way that he might cause permanent damage at the same time. Any experienced parents out there, I know this sounds probably really dumb, all the things that we're going into and all the things that we're worried about, but we are new parents. We want to make sure that Daniel's happy and healthy, and we're trying to figure it out. If you have baby proofing tips that you recommend, definitely leave them in the comments. Steph and I are always looking for advice and recommendations about how to support Daniel, but also give him an environment that he can learn and grow in.